Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Max Crosby's press conference sent shockwaves through the entire NFL universe, and fans of the Las Vegas Raiders are still trying to process what they just witnessed. The star defensive end, known for his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks and his unmistakable energy on the field, calmly announced that he will be leaving the Raiders, igniting speculation that has been swirling around for months. The moment felt almost surreal, with reporters scrambling to capture every nuance of Crosby's words, while social media erupted into a frenzy of reactions, predictions, and debates. It was a declaration that not only changes the landscape for the Raiders' defensive line, but also sends ripples through the league as teams immediately begin to evaluate their chances of acquiring one of the most dominant defensive talents available. Some analysts are suggesting that this move might be a strategic play, a calculated decision influenced by contract negotiations, potential championship opportunities elsewhere, or even internal dynamics within the Raiders organization. The atmosphere in Las Vegas is one of disbelief, tinged with anticipation, as fans grapple with the reality that their homegrown star, the face of their defense, is suddenly no longer guaranteed to don the silver and black. Rumors immediately began circulating regarding where Crosby might land next, with every team in the NFC and AFC suddenly becoming part of the conversation. While no official deals have been confirmed, insiders hint that Crosby's departure could trigger a domino effect across multiple rosters, reshaping defensive schemes and free agency strategies. Some pundits speculate that teams with championship aspirations are positioning themselves aggressively, preparing to offer Crosby contracts that are not only financially lucrative but also strategically enticing, promising him a pivotal role in shaping a dominant defense. There is even talk that this could be a move aimed at joining a contender, with Crosby seeking the rare combination of individual impact and team success. Meanwhile, Raiders management faces the daunting task of responding to this unexpected announcement, as they must now contemplate rebuilding portions of their defensive strategy without the player who has anchored their pass rush for years. Fans have flooded forums and social media platforms with theories, imagining possible trades, shifts in draft strategies, and even questioning the internal culture that could have led to such a high-profile exit. The narrative around Crosby's exit has naturally fueled discussions about his legacy, not only with the Raiders but within the broader NFL context. Analysts have highlighted how his relentless consistency, combined with his charismatic presence on and off the field, has made him a player that many teams would covet, potentially reshaping defensive dynamics wherever he lands. Some reports suggest that Crosby's decision may have been influenced by subtle tensions in the locker room, or perhaps a desire to challenge himself in a new environment where his skills could make an immediate championship impact. The speculation is relentless, with fans debating whether this move signals a shift in the Raiders' culture or whether it is purely a professional calculation by a player seeking the next pinnacle of his career. There is also chatter about how the departure might influence younger players in the Raiders' system, as role models often set the tone for both performance standards and team mentality. Amidst the rumors, the NFL world watches closely, realizing that the ripple effects of this announcement are likely to be felt well beyond Las Vegas, influencing draft picks, trades, and even coaching decisions. Contractual considerations add yet another layer of intrigue to Crosby's announcement, as experts parse every detail of his current and potential deals. It is rumored that the structure of his contract could allow flexibility for negotiations with multiple teams, creating a rare scenario where Crosby holds significant leverage in shaping his next move. Some speculate that he might be leveraging this exit to secure a deal that not only reflects his on-field prowess, but also offers leadership opportunities and perhaps even a path toward influencing team strategy. Meanwhile, betting markets and fantasy football leagues are already reacting, projecting his potential impact in different cities and on various defensive schemes. Fans, analysts, and former players are dissecting the statement line by line, searching for clues about Crosby's motivations, the likelihood of joining a Super Bowl contender, and how this departure might reshape the Raiders' identity for seasons to come. The speculation surrounding his exit is as much about numbers, schemes, and contracts as it is about narrative, personality, and the ever-present human drama that defines professional sports. Crosby's influence extends beyond the Raiders' locker room, impacting the wider fan community and the media landscape as well. Social media posts flooded with emotions, from anger to excitement, reflecting the complicated relationship between fans and their sports heroes. Many fans are torn between admiration for his talent and disappointment over his departure, while others are already envisioning the possibilities of his next destination. Journalists and commentators have seized on the opportunity to speculate, generating endless discussion about potential suitors, defensive upgrades, and how this move might shift power balances in both conferences. Some narratives suggest that Crosby is seeking a team where his leadership can catalyze change, or perhaps he wants to redefine what it means to be a defensive cornerstone in the modern NFL. The speculation is not only about the immediate season, but also about the long-term implications for league dynamics, team strategies, and fan engagement, with everyone attempting to predict how this single announcement could alter the course of multiple franchises in unforeseen ways. Ultimately, Crosby's announcement feels like the beginning of a dramatic saga, one that promises to unfold over weeks or even months, with every rumor, insider tip, and speculative report scrutinized for meaning. The Raiders now face the challenge of not only replacing an elite talent, but also managing the narrative, maintaining morale within the team, and reassuring fans that the franchise remains competitive. Meanwhile, other teams are likely strategizing aggressively, preparing to leverage Crosby's availability in ways that could alter their defensive schemes or salary cap planning. In this environment, every decision, every rumor, and every media snippet takes on outsized significance, feeding into a larger story about ambition, opportunity, and professional sports as a stage for both talent and drama. Crosby's press conference was not just a statement about leaving a team. It was a catalyst, a spark that could redefine careers, influence organizational choices, and shift fan allegiances across the NFL, leaving everyone watching in suspense about what comes next. Speculation regarding Max Crosby's next destination has reached a fever pitch, with fans and analysts alike imagining every possible scenario, from high-profile contenders to teams desperate for defensive reinforcements. Rumors suggest that franchises with championship ambitions could offer Crosby not only a lucrative contract, but also a chance to redefine their defensive identity, positioning him as a cornerstone in a system designed around his relentless pass-rushing ability. There is even chatter that certain teams may be preparing multi-year deals, with incentives tied to playoff appearances and individual performance metrics, reflecting the modern NFL's focus on maximizing both talent and marketability. Meanwhile, others speculate that Crosby could be seeking a team where culture and environment align perfectly with his personal and professional goals, potentially prioritizing organizational stability and leadership opportunities over immediate financial gain. The possibilities are endless, and every rumor fuels an expanding narrative that captivates fans, shapes media coverage, and forces rival teams to reconsider their strategies. For the Raiders, this speculation adds another layer of uncertainty, as they must navigate not only the loss of a key player, but also the ripple effects this departure may create across the league. Inside sources hint that Crosby's decision might also influence broader team-building strategies across the NFL, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond his immediate free agency. Teams previously reluctant to invest heavily in defensive talent may now reconsider their priorities, seeking to prevent rivals from gaining a transformative player capable of shifting playoff dynamics. Analysts have suggested that this move could accelerate trades, draft considerations, and even coaching adjustments as franchises attempt to counteract the potential impact of Crosby landing on a rival squad. Social media discussions are filled with intricate breakdowns of how Crosby's unique skill set could mesh with different defensive schemes, from aggressive four-man fronts to hybrid packages designed to exploit matchups. Fans speculate about the potential chemistry with existing star players, imagining a scenario where Crosby not only elevates a defense, but also inspires a new generation of athletes within a team. Meanwhile, every insider report, no matter how small or unverified, fuels an ongoing debate that blurs the line between fact and rumor, illustrating the dramatic consequences of one superstar's decision in the high-stakes world of professional football. The narrative surrounding Crosby has taken on a mythic quality, with some commentators drawing parallels between his career trajectory and other iconic free agent moves in NFL history. Speculators suggest that Crosby's departure might mark the beginning of a new era, both for him personally and for the teams involved in pursuit of his talent. There is even conjecture that this move could redefine what it means to be a defensive leader in the league, highlighting the increasing importance of versatility, charisma, and strategic awareness alongside raw athleticism. Meanwhile, Raiders fans continue to wrestle with the emotional impact, balancing admiration for Crosby's professionalism with disappointment at losing a player who has defined their defense for years. Insider chatter points to subtle negotiations behind the scenes, with multiple teams potentially positioning themselves to offer Crosby the most appealing combination of opportunity, financial reward, and long-term legacy-building potential. The speculation grows more intense with each passing day, as fans, analysts, and team executives alike attempt to forecast the unprecedented consequences of one player's decision on the NFL's competitive landscape and cultural narrative. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Beyond contractual and competitive implications, Crosby's departure is also shaping discussions about leadership, locker room dynamics, and the intangible qualities that define a team's identity. Some reports suggest that his exit may influence younger players' development, prompting questions about mentorship, morale, and the culture of excellence that Crosby embodied. Analysts speculate that teams acquiring him will gain not just a premier pass rusher, but also a leader capable of shaping defensive mentality, inspiring teammates, and influencing organizational ethos. Meanwhile, the Raiders face the challenge of rebuilding not only the defensive line, but also the aura of confidence that Crosby contributed to the team, navigating the delicate balance between short-term adaptation and long-term planning. Fans continue to dissect every nuance of the press conference, debating whether Crosby's decision was motivated by ambition, financial considerations, or a desire for new challenges. Each rumor, insider tip, and speculative analysis adds layers to the evolving story, reflecting how one individual's career move can reverberate across multiple levels of professional football, from front offices to fan communities. Crosby's situation has also intensified debates about player autonomy and the modern NFL's complex landscape, where strategic career moves can dramatically shift league dynamics. Experts suggest that his decision may inspire other players to reassess their roles, contracts, and long-term goals, potentially triggering a wave of movement that extends beyond free agency deadlines. Some analysts posit that Crosby's strategic positioning may become a blueprint for elite players seeking both competitive and cultural influence, leveraging their talent to maximize opportunity while maintaining personal and professional agency. Meanwhile, teams are forced to anticipate multiple scenarios, from bidding wars to trade negotiations, each decision weighed against potential competitive advantages. Fans speculate not only about where Crosby might play next, but also about how his presence could alter playoff projections, defensive rankings, and even coaching strategies. In this sense, Crosby's exit transcends a simple team change, becoming a focal point for broader conversations about strategy, power, and influence in the modern NFL. Finally, the unfolding saga of Max Crosby's departure from the Raiders illustrates the unpredictable drama that defines professional sports, where a single announcement can ignite speculation, reshape strategies, and captivate audiences worldwide. Fans, media, and executives are now caught in a complex web of rumors, predictions, and potential outcomes, each more tantalizing than the last, as they attempt to chart the path of one of the league's most dominant defensive stars. Whether Crosby lands with a contender, influences younger players, or inspires strategic shifts across multiple franchises, the impact of this move will reverberate for seasons to come. Meanwhile, the Raiders face the delicate task of rebuilding, both in personnel and in narrative, ensuring that their identity remains strong even as they adjust to the absence of a player who defined a generation of their defense. The excitement, uncertainty, and endless speculation that surround this story are a reminder of why fans are drawn to professional football. The unpredictability, the drama, and the human stories that turn every announcement into a saga that captivates the league, shaping not only games but the culture of the sport itself. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.